Hi everyone, this video is here to tell you a little bit about your debate project. For the debate, you will need to demonstrate you have critically thought about your topic and how it relates to the ethics of behavior analysis in working with people with disabilities. Additionally, during the debate, you will want to demonstrate your familiarity with the ethical codes and the research literature and how they are related to the points that you are making. You want to show how you can incorporate the codes and the research because these are the types of things that you're going to need to be able to do when you're working as a behavior analyst and as a BCBA. Also, the group format of this project will help facilitate your acquisition of collaboration skills because these are the critical skills that you'll need to work effectively with clients, interdisciplinary teams, teachers, and parents, or other support staff for your clients. When structuring your debate, you want to present at least two sides of the topic. The information about the formal and informal debates are provided to help you think about the various ways you might want to structure your debate, but this can be flexible. If your group wants to structure your debate in a different format from the recommendations provided, please be sure to check on this with your instructor. Overall, your group should determine how you want to set up the debate to most effectively present the points that you plan to focus on during your debate. You want to show the different sides of the topic and how the research and codes can be used to support the points you are making. You might do this by having certain members represent different sides of the topic, or you can have members take on the different roles, such as with the informal debate. For example, you can have the researcher present the research for both sides of the topic, or an illustrator present all of the visuals during your debate. When thinking about the structure for your debate, please note the information provided in each of the topics is very broad and it includes a lot of different ideas to help groups think about the possible positions that they might want to take. You do not necessarily need to cover all of these points during your debate. It is better to focus on a few key points and present how the research and codes can support the different sides of that point. During the debate, you want to make sure you do not ignore points and just move on to something completely different, but instead be sure that your debate is narrow and focused on a few key points. For example, if one side is presenting point A, then the other side should have something that argues against point A before you start presenting point B. You want to be thinking of the 30-minute time frame as you are planning. Please also be sure to incorporate visuals through the screen share option in Google Hangouts on Air during your recording. It is also helpful for all group members to be knowledgeable about who is speaking when and make sure that there are clear transitions between speakers, and it can be helpful to identify the roles for each speaker as they come up because this can assist the audience in easily following your debate. We use Google Hangouts on Air for this project because it really is the easiest technology to record your debate, and it automatically creates the YouTube link, and this is much faster to post on Blackboard versus trying to upload a video file. Your group should make sure to test out the technology prior to your recording to ensure that you have everything set up correctly. Please be sure to review the information about setting up the Hangouts on Air and the tips for recording, which are available on Blackboard. For the project, you should use at least 4 peer-reviewed articles and 2 other primary sources, which can be things such as your textbook or additional peer-reviewed articles. Your instructor will send you a couple questions about your debate topic based on the outline that your group submits prior to your group's recording. You want to make sure to specifically address these questions at the end of your debate. You want to make sure to state the questions and then also your responses to them, and make sure to include this in the recording. Once your debate is recorded, you'll need to post the YouTube link and all of your references in 2 places. The first is to your group's assigned discussion board based on whichever module your debate is due in, and the second is under the assignment link, which is also up on Blackboard. As a final note, I just want to remind you to please be sure to check with your instructor about any additional guidelines that they might have about this project. Thank you very much for listening, and happy debating.